Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your mid-month tarot update for the month of June. Before we get started, I'm super excited to let you guys know that I do offer private live reading sessions with me. The information for that is linked in the description box down below, as well as a code for 20% off for the whole month of June. Again, all the information for that is in the description box down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. But as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't force it to fit, and if it doesn't fit now, that doesn't mean it can't fit in the future. Let's see what we have for you, Aquarius. Whoa. Moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. I love this, especially since we are just now moving into Cancer season, and if you don't know, Cancer rules the moon, so it's a good time for feeling those emotions, surrendering to those emotions, surrendering to the flow of life. Let's see what's in your current energy. That was not a great shuffle. Let's try that one again, shall we? Let us see. We also have the sun on the bottom of the deck. Sun energy, moon energy. I like it. Obviously the sun is in Cancer, but Cancer rules the moon, but the sun in tarot is literally the most positive card in the deck, so good things coming your way, Aquarius. The energy of the cards that don't actually come out into the reading is what's wanting to come through. There may be potential blockages for, so let's see if we can figure out what those blockages might be today. Again, let's start with your current energy. We have the Six of Wands. I like that. That is success. That is victory. We also have the Nine of Swords, so that is overthinking. That's, for me, the sleepless nights, being up late, really worrying and lowering vibrations. And we also have the High Priestess, but the High Priestess is reversed here. You're not trusting yourself right now, Aquarius, which is crazy because you are very... I'm doing this so slanted because my camera's at an angle, okay? I'm sorry. Everything's just all over the place, and I feel like that's maybe how your energy is resonating. You're seeing successes, but you're overthinking whether or not you're worthy of them, whether or not you're deserving. 222 on the timer. There needs to be more balance brought in, right? You need to be looking at things of like, you are deserving and worthy of these things. And I was gonna say, it's almost like the negative things, because you have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, so I feel like you're trying to make investments to improve, to do better, but you're almost not listening to your intuition, not listening to your spirit or the universe or the little messages around you. I think there is this energy, again, of needing to surrender. Although things on the outside are looking like they're going well, I feel like your internal world is almost screaming, right? You're struggling to keep up is the energy, and I think it's because you're also forcing surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. That is a very important message for you. Let's have a look what's going on in your inner world. What's going on in Aquarius's inner world, please, Spirit? We have the Devil and the Ten of Swords reversed. I feel you are trying to release yourself from the chains, right? From the bad habits, the desires, the lust, the negative cycles, whatever it is that you're carrying, that you're staying chained to, you're trying to let go of that. You're seeing success, but the Ten of Swords is almost like, it still hurts, it's still painful, you're still trying to move away from it, and it's gonna hurt for a while, it's gonna be painful for a while, but for you it still feels like fresh wounds, and that's something you're trying to understand and make sense of. Because you have so many swords coming out, and you also have the High Priestess, I feel like you're just trying to make sense of things. You're really trying to make sense, make heads and tails of things, why things happen, why you react, or why you think the way you do, or whatever it is, you're struggling to make sense of it. And you're struggling also to see the pattern that leads you to success in a way. Like, you realize that, okay, my feelings aren't so big, I'm working with things, I'm, I don't know, I'm having a hard time describing this because the success card feels so... Six of Wands, it does feel... As your current energy, there is success coming in for you, but it feels very confusing to me, so I am just going to preemptively clarify this. So hopefully I can make a bit more sense of this message for you. What is with these bad shuffles today? Let's see. Why is the Six of Wands here, please? Spirit, why is the Six of Wands here in the current energy of Aquarius? Why is the Six of Wands in the current energy of Aquarius? We have the Six of Swords and the King of Cups. You've had success in moving away from negative thought patterns and dealing with your emotions, but with the natural ebb and flow, things come back and it can feel confusing. I guess that makes sense. The moon energy is confusing, right? If you're feeling confused, I'm feeling confused, I can feel that you're feeling confused. Because you're not understanding how to flip that switch, how to make it work, how to make it bend to your benefit. You're trying to get your emotions and your mental world to bend to your benefit so you can see success. To move away from things that aren't serving you. You're trying and you're having success in some parts, but you haven't kind of unlocked the formula, and that's what you're struggling with and trying to make sense of, but you're not finding stillness or listening or awareness, right? Calm emotions, peace of mind is possible. What needs your attention? What does Aquarius need to pay attention? The Hierophant is coming out for a lot of people. The Hierophant is coming out for a lot of people. And for you, Aquarius, most people I'm saying get your head out of the book. Do things your own way. Be quirky. You already know this, Aquarius. You're an Aquarius. With Hierophant, I feel like you need to start looking in books. You need to start looking at other people's experiences. Stop focusing so much on what's going on in your inner world and find distance from that. You're not going to figure it out by nitpicking so much. Sometimes you need to open your awareness and learn and be taught from other sources. We also have Temperance coming out right now. It's a great time for studying, but again, we have to have the balance in things. We do need to study, but we also need to make sure that we do give that time to ourselves. So for some of you guys, it's going to be get your head in a book. And I don't just mean like read self-help books. A really great way to learn more about your emotions, and I want to say the human experience. I feel like you want to know more about the human experience. Why you interact with people the way you do. Why people interact with you the way they do. You want to explore that deeper. And a great way for that is to not be reading self-help books, but to actually be reading fiction, you know, like fantasy novels or romance novels, you know, thrillers, horrors. Expanding creatively that way, I think, is going to be very important to you at this time, Aquarius. You're naturally a very creative sign. You're very peculiar in the best way, I say as a fellow Aquarius. But that comes with trusting yourself and giving yourself space and not trying to cram yourself down and overthink yourself. With the Devil, I feel like you're finally releasing those chains from yourself, but you still are overthinking it, and you're overthinking maybe what happened in the past, what led you to be comfortable in those chains. Let's see what's going on in your environment. What's going on in Aquarius' environment, please, Spirit? We have the Eight of Cups and Death. Big transformations and changes. It's been happening. It's been happening a lot. I keep wanting to say in different collectives, but because it's so many different collectives and not all of these are overlapping, like I've had it a lot in my YouTube readings, in my TikTok readings, and other collectives that I do tarot readings for, and even just other collectives that I watch the readings for. This has been such a big energy of huge shifts and huge changes coming. Now, as I'm recording this, we are coming up onto Mercury retrograde, and I know that a lot of other signs have been feeling this kind of shake up and this odd feelings, and right now is the time to be, I don't want to say analyzing that, but like kind of leaning into that, allowing it to be messy, allowing it to be upsetting, allowing yourself the grace and understanding to walk away from the things that might feel tough, that might feel challenging. Finally, we are going to tap. Okay, I guess I'll just leave those like that. We're going to tap into some advice for you. Please, Spirit, what is the advice for Aquarius? What is the advice? We have the Fool. I love that. I will say you've got quite a few major arcana cards coming out. So big things, big shifts. Can we get some more advice, please, Spirit? The Six of Cups. And we have the Six of Pentacles coming out as your advice. So, the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck, I was going to say kind of remember the plan, but like throw the plan out the window is how I feel like the Fool is coming along. And the Three of Wands is there. It's like, keep the plan in the back of your mind, take those steps, but like don't be making sure you scrutinize it and do it fully, but do it from memory, do it from guidance, do it from feeling, from vibes, from the flow of it all, right? Have a general idea of what the plan is and then throw that out the window and just go with what you think you remember writing the plan as. Be fun with it. The Six of Cups is interesting. It could be advice to maybe meet up with old friends, tap into things that are nostalgic and build fun that way. But the Six of Cups has been coming out as an inner child card recently, getting in touch with the past inner child wounds that we might be carrying. And it's a great time for that this Cancer season, because it's all about getting in touch with your inner child and being really nurturing, giving yourself that space, that understanding and that openness. The Six of Pentacles is also great for giving energy, but it's also about giving it time. And I was going to say giving resources to yourself, and this can just be giving yourself a day off, giving yourself space, giving yourself a day away from the plan, from starting again. I like how we have Death, which is usually endings, transitions, changes, and then we have the Fool, which is the first card in tarot, and it is that leap of faith, that trusting, and it's also got that butterfly. It's a huge card of huge symbol of transformation. I keep wanting to come back to saying, like, let it be messy, let it be scary, these changes, these transformations. Like, let yourself be fully torn down and then build yourself back up again. And I think the big message is you don't have to understand it and it doesn't have to feel comfortable, because change and transition is not ever really comfortable. Let's see what happens. Let's see what will come out when I clarify this oracle card for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So, and then we also have the Tower on the bottom of the deck. So be careful again about forcing things. When I split the deck, I also saw Strength. So being gentle, being kind, having grace and understanding. And again, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. Do not be forcing or pushing too hard. That is all I have for your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to explore any of this a little bit deeper, then remember I do offer personal readings. I have video readings, live Zoom readings, and I also do free readings over on my TikTok live from time to time. All the information for that is in the description box down below. Please like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and if you've watched this far, I truly appreciate you.